Welcome to Growth TV, an ACG production. I'm Carolyn Vallejo. In a market full of uncertainties and tough choices, many private equity firms are considering replacing existing leadership with more experienced CEOs. Monica Alfisi, private capital consultant at Insperity, joins us today to talk about the pros and cons of veteran leaders versus rookie talent and which might be right for the unique situation that you're facing. Monica, welcome to Growth TV.
Carolyn, thank you for having me.
Let's jump right in and talk about veteran leadership. Can you tell us some traits of veteran leaders and some pros and cons?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with the traits, the pros, right, of veteran leaders and what that brings to private equity firms. I'll start with number one, tribal knowledge, understanding processes and coming in with a good scope of what needs to be done, what's been done in the past and historically brings a tremendous amount of value to firms. So number one for me is tribal knowledge. Second thing that I can think of is stability and predictability, right? A lot of these veteran leaders come with established playbooks. They understand what it takes to scale and grow and what they need from their teams to scale and grow along with the deal process. So that's a tremendous value add, in my opinion. The other thing I can think of is established networks. A lot of veteran leaders have worked with great people throughout their tenure. They know the folks that they need to leverage in order to get things done and pulling levers. So coming in with these established networks, whether it be with existing leadership teams that have worked with them in the past or just the network in general, right? Whether it be investment bankers that they work closely with that bring them deals or, other PE partners in the space, managing partners that they've done deals with, that they know that they can get a particular deal across the finish line is incredibly powerful too, as it relates to traits to veteran leaders. The last thing I can think of here is mentorship. So I call that the superpower of our veteran leaders, being able to have the ability to mentor, understanding those different inflection points in your business acumen when you come in as a new leader, a starting leader, how that feels like and how you've evolved along your profession allows you to train other people and also just to be a great mentor to the people that are under you. So those are the four pros that come to mind. The cons that I can think of with veteran leaders is change. Sometimes change can be hard because there's already established processes. Maybe they're tried and true. And so making pivots and changing those can be difficult at times. So that's something that comes to mind to me. The other thing that I can think of is risk aversion, right? At times, veteran leaders may choose to not take on added risk, right? Whether it's a risk in a deal just to protect the integrity of that fund. If that investment, doesn't, they may yield higher returns, but if it doesn't and it goes left, the losses can be pretty catastrophic. So just risk aversion can be something that can kind of land in that con space. One thing I can think of as well is the high cost of employment. As you have veteran leaders, salary and compensation can tend to be much higher than it would be for a rookie leader. So taking that into consideration is important as well. Last but not least, a generational disconnect. We're in a workplace today where there's 4 different generations working under the same roof. So just being able to keep up with different work styles and communication styles can be complicated at times.
Absolutely. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, talk to me about rookie CEOs. What are some of the pros and cons there?
Yeah, rookie talent as it relates to leadership. So pros, I'll talk a little bit about the pros again and lean heavily with that first. Fresh perspective. I feel like having a rookie leader really brings new lenses or just a new viewpoint on target markets, what type of companies you want to acquire, who the buyers are as the buyers are evolving and changing in the marketplace. The other thing is being tech savvy. The ability to work with multiple tech stacks with ease and use the technology to their advantage to simplify and to create more processes as it relates to workflow is definitely a strength. And last but not least, growth mindset. I feel like our, more rookie leaders tend to have a better understanding and importance in the lessons learned from the failures, right? That's how we get better. That's how we learn. That's how we pivot from making those same mistakes moving forward. So the growth mindset is incredibly important. So let's pivot a little bit and talk about the cons as it relates to rookie talent. So the first thing that comes to mind for me is limited experience. Rookie talent as you're growing in your role, in your leadership role, not having experience to lean on can hinder the ability to add to strategic conversations. The second thing that comes to mind for me is having a weaker network. Rookie leadership, within their first 3 to 5 years, it's mainly spent scaling, growing, building, and learning. And that includes their personal networks as they take time to do that, whether it's building their relationships with other leaders or recruiting key people into the business or building out their network with, investment bankers or other firms that they have met either networking or even just through the deal flow. So it takes time to grow those networks, and typically they're not built in for rookie leaders. The other thing that comes to mind to me is the learning curve that rookie talent tends to have, right? Different deals bring different challenges that require expertise and experience, and they don't always have it right away. It comes in time, but it's not built in per se. And the last thing that I can think of that tends to be a con as it relates to rookie talent is credibility challenges, right? When you're sitting in the room with 4 different generations in the room and you're hovering on the younger side of that generational gap, really building credibility in that space is something that you have to establish. And again, it comes with time, it comes with deal flow, it comes from at-bats and opportunities.
All right, so let's kind of bring this back down to earth because these pros and cons are a lot for firms to consider. Could you give us some examples of scenarios in which a rookie leader would actually be the right choice to lead a portfolio company?
Yeah, Carolyn, that's a great question. So what comes to mind for me, a rookie leader may be a great choice to run a portfolio company that's driven by technology, right? And the need to continuously innovate. Industries that are undergoing a rapid transformation like AI or biotech are perfect examples where rookie leaders may thrive.
And what about a veteran leader?
In my opinion, I feel like veteran leaders are a great choice for turnaround portfolio companies as they are more likely to understand business cycles, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of supply chains, the volatility of interest rates, and any other external economic stressors. So I feel like that might be the space that they thrive the best in because of their experience. They can lean heavily on that.
All right, certainly not a one size fits all, but you've delivered some really actionable tips for firms to choose the right leaders for their portcos. Monica, thank you again so much for joining Growth TV.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.